Yes, I wait so long for the opportunity, you know. I'm the next for Usyk for the WBC title, but now when I come back to Germany, I think Usyk is scared from me. He will not fight the competition.
Now it just show. For me, doesn't matter. Listen, I prepare 22 years for this business and the boxing. Boxing is not my life. My life is Jesus. But boxing give me opportunity, give me team, give me like I'm famous.
He's scared for Kabayel.
You're saying he's scared of you? You think he's running from Usyk?
Yes, 100%. Why he accepted the fight and he say when Turkey Alashek make happen this, Turkey give me the words before the fight, he will make happen this. Why not we talk, you know? Normally Kabayel was Usyk. I'm the WBC mandatory.
Breaking news. The most explosive and shocking moment in recent heavyweight boxing history has just erupted as Agit Kabayel and Oleksandr Usyk's scheduled interview completely collapses into a chaotic and violent brawl that nobody saw coming. The boxing world is stunned, speechless, and desperately demanding answers right now.
We see step by step. Next step, we see who is the opponent. We like UK.
Light heavyweights are good here.
Yeah. This very strong heavyweight, light heavyweight guys and heavyweight.
Yeah, but Usyk just keeps beating.
Frank Warren reacts with clear frustration, saying if Usyk is truly avoiding Kabayel, then it is completely wrong to brawl after interview with Kabayel. He insists Kabayel has waited long enough and serious problems will follow if his mandatory shot is denied. The boxing world is watching.
Before the bell.
No. I've seen.
Well, if that's the case, then that's totally wrong.
Yeah, that's.
Eddie Hearn reveals the fight was originally planned, but has slipped away due to collapse between Usyk and Kabayel frustratingly. He remains hopeful the right fight gets made, but admits concern is growing behind the scenes. Fans are now demanding urgent answers and full transparency.
Which, you know, is disappointing because he was supposed to fight end of 8. But listen, as long as we get the right fight, it's okay. And you know, sometimes these big fights just slip out of your hands. And like I said, I don't give up all hope on it, but...
Simon Jordan reacts sharply, questioning why the undisputed heavyweight champion allows himself to be pulled into such ugly street-level drama that belongs nowhere near his status. He says Usyk's reaction raises serious questions about composure and the image he presents to the entire world. Jordan insists that champions at this level carry a responsibility far greater than what happens inside the ropes, and such behavior with Kabayel is simply unacceptable from the man holding all the belts.
Window, and the heavyweight champion in the world stands in front of you, former heavyweight champion in the world, and says, hold on a second, you're going to say this to the wrong person one day, and that person is going to show you what a glass jaw looks like.
This is Anthony. Why does he get himself drawn into it?
Because, well, why shouldn't he?
Well, look at what we suffer every single day. For those who don't know,
I'll tell you what,
there's a lot of very complimentary men.
Carl Froch delivers a brutal verdict, saying Usyk's behavior towards Kabayel has become genuinely embarrassing and the champion is acting like the only star who matters while dismissing everyone around him. Froch calls his attitude of refusing fights with people he dislikes arrogant and deeply damaging to the sport's credibility. He describes the entire circus surrounding Usyk's reign as a complete mess, driving real fans away. More voices are now openly questioning whether the champion's ego has grown dangerously bigger than the sport itself.
And it'll be embarrassing the same way you're embarrassing. So if you've not seen the video, that's basically what I said. So he's addressed that and said he's not going to give anybody a payday who he doesn't like. It feels like he's the big star and the big draw, like anybody gives a shit at him, you know what I mean? He's just a big fat mess. Nobody making noise. Nobody's really interested, but...
Joe Rogan reacts to the chaos surrounding Usyk with a sense of dark familiarity, suggesting that Usyk walked into this confrontation already knowing deep down that something explosive was coming. Joe Rogan implies the champion's awareness and calculated nature means nothing happens by accident around him, including the drama with Kabayel's camp. His words add a chilling layer to the entire incident, suggesting there may be more going on behind the scenes than anyone is currently admitting. The boxing world is now piecing together every clue as the full picture of this shocking story slowly begins to emerge.
If enough has been made of the fact that, I mean, it was absolutely devastating, but the fact that he had awareness immediately to go like he looked at the crowd like, oh shit, like wow.
He goes,
it wasn't like,
cracked.
yeah.
I think he went into that fight knowing that was probably
Lennox Lewis admits he was not completely surprised by the explosion, saying Usyk has a known habit of blowing up before press conferences and using such moments to release pressure and frustration. However, Lewis expresses genuine shock at how serious the situation became, describing it as an unfortunate and deeply concerning incident that nobody wanted to see. The former undisputed champion reflects carefully on how close such moments can come to genuine tragedy. His measured but serious words have added even more weight to the growing conversation about what truly happened during this disturbing confrontation.
Roach, were you expecting that?
I wasn't expecting it, but I know that he blows up before press conferences and, he's just getting some steam up.
Tyson Fury opens up with rare vulnerability, describing how deeply painful and confusing it feels when situations spiral beyond your control and you are left questioning everything around you. His emotional words resonate strongly given the chaos now surrounding the Usyk and Kabayel situation, reminding the boxing world that behind the aggression and bravado are real human beings under enormous pressure. Fury's reflection serves as a powerful reminder that the sport's most dramatic moments often carry consequences far heavier than anyone anticipates. The boxing world is listening carefully as more voices speak honestly about the human cost of this kind of public drama.
And at the time I was very, very hurt by that. And I was thinking, what's gone on here? Like, how has this happened to me, God? And I realised that everything's God's plan and God's timing.
Duke McKenzie takes a calmer and more business-minded view, arguing that while the brawl looked terrible on the surface, it has actually generated enormous global attention and likely sold millions of additional viewers on the upcoming fight. He draws a sharp distinction between the fight game and the fight business, suggesting that in today's world, controversy and chaos are often the most powerful marketing tools available to any promotion. McKenzie does not excuse the behavior, but firmly refuses to pretend it has caused any lasting damage to the sport. He believes the incident will ultimately fade quickly, and what remains will be massive public curiosity about what happens next inside the ring when these two men finally meet face to face.
It wouldn't surprise me, but like I say, I don't see there's any harm in it. It didn't bring the sport into disrepute in any way. This is the show business world that we live in. There's the fight game and then there's the fight business. And from the business perspective, that's probably just sold another 1 million tickets worldwide to people to watch this fight.
Frank Warren admits he did not personally witness the incident because he was conducting a separate interview nearby, only hearing about the shocking chaos afterwards. Despite not seeing it directly, Warren makes clear that absolutely nobody wanted this to happen, and that both fighters were already operating inside a deeply emotional and dangerously high-pressure environment long before the confrontation exploded. His honest admission that he was completely caught off guard highlights just how suddenly and unexpectedly everything deteriorated around them. The boxing world now demands a full and transparent account of exactly what triggered such a deeply damaging confrontation at such a critical moment for the sport.
It's unfortunately what happened, and no one wants it. I didn't actually see it because we were doing an interview in the room and I come out and I heard about it. No one wants that happening, but both the guys...
Kabayel speaks with quiet but burning intensity, listing his credentials and reminding the entire boxing world that he has already defeated major names, including Mamedov and Frank Sanchez, to firmly earn his position at the very top of the heavyweight rankings. He questions openly and without hesitation why Usyk continues creating unnecessary obstacles instead of simply stepping into the ring and giving him the world title shot he has rightfully and patiently earned through hard work. Kabayel's frustration is completely understandable to most boxing experts who unanimously agree his record demands full respect and an immediate mandatory challenge without further delay or excuse. The boxing world now firmly believes that if Usyk continues avoiding this fight, deeply serious questions about his legacy, courage, and true championship credentials will only grow louder and more damaging with every passing day.
Other fights for me, I fight, I say to you, I fight 4 times, I said 3 times big name in the boxing, I fight with Mahmudov, I fight with Frank Sanchez, I fight with Mahmudov. Today I fight with one guy, he never lose in a career. What I want with, not disrespect to Lawrence or Coley or with other guys, I think I'm ready for the world title shot, please. Why he makes this...
Johnny Nelson delivers a sharp and deeply serious verdict on the entire situation, saying the timing of this confrontation on a fight morning was completely reckless, dangerously irresponsible, and totally inexcusable at any professional level. He warns with full conviction that the boxing board is now deeply concerned and actively reviewing every detail of the incident with the utmost seriousness, placing everyone involved under immediate and intense scrutiny that will not simply disappear. Nelson's tone makes it absolutely clear that this is no longer just another dramatic boxing story, but a situation carrying genuine professional, legal, and reputational consequences for all parties connected to it. He stresses that the sport cannot afford to allow such chaos to become normalized or excused under any circumstances. The boxing world now waits anxiously and with growing impatience as officials carefully prepare to make their full position known and determine exactly what serious action must urgently follow to protect the integrity of the sport.
This morning, man, to make the way how he's done it, on the morning of a fight, it's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think, shit.
A prominent and respected voice from the boxing world makes absolutely no attempt to hide his deep frustration, saying bluntly and without apology that he hates this entire circus and simply cannot stand the damaging direction things are heading when legitimate elite matchups between the sport's finest names get completely overshadowed by unnecessary chaos, manufactured drama, and embarrassing sideshows that belong nowhere near professional boxing at the highest level. He openly acknowledges the undeniable commercial appeal of the spectacle and understands why casual audiences are drawn to the controversy, but firmly insists that the sport's greatest names deserve far better than being reduced to entertainment props in a reality show disguised as a boxing event. His raw, honest, and emotionally charged reaction powerfully speaks for millions of genuine boxing fans worldwide who simply want to see the very best fights made cleanly, fairly, and professionally without all the surrounding noise. As the dust slowly and painfully begins to settle around this explosive and deeply troubling situation, the entire boxing world stands united in demanding that order, mutual respect, and the true integrity of this great sport are fully, firmly, and urgently restored before any further damage is done to its reputation and future.
Kind of, be more open about my opinions on this fight. I fucking hate this fight. I can't stand it. I understand the circus nature of it in terms of like big name kickboxer, one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time, coming in to fight an all-time great in the boxing space.
The shocking events surrounding the Agit Kabayel and Oleksandr Usyk interview have sent a powerful and deeply unsettling shockwave through the entire boxing world, leaving fans, experts, promoters, and officials completely stunned by the speed and intensity with which a professional media event transformed into an ugly and chaotic confrontation that nobody wanted to witness at this level of the sport. What began as a scheduled face-to-face interview between two elite heavyweights quickly descended into heated words, rising tensions, and physical aggression that has now sparked a massive global conversation about discipline, respect, professionalism, and the responsibilities that come with representing boxing at its absolute highest level. Kabayel entered this situation already carrying deep frustration, having waited patiently for his mandatory WBC title opportunity while watching the champion seemingly find every possible reason to delay or avoid the fight that the rankings clearly demand. And that burning frustration ultimately contributed to an atmosphere so charged and emotionally volatile that containment became impossible once the first spark was lit. Usyk, for his part, finds himself at the center of a growing storm that threatens to overshadow his remarkable achievements inside the ring, with serious voices across the sport now openly questioning whether the champion's attitude, composure, and willingness to meet his mandatory obligations are beginning to damage the extraordinary legacy he has spent years building with blood, sacrifice, and undeniable brilliance. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Carl Froch, Johnny Nelson, and many others have all spoken with varying degrees of alarm and frustration, and the sheer volume and intensity of reaction from so many respected figures makes it impossible to dismiss this incident as just another piece of boxing theater or pre-fight drama designed to sell tickets and generate headlines. The boxing board's involvement and the possibility of legal consequences have added an entirely new and deeply serious dimension to the story, transforming what some might have initially viewed as a heated but ultimately harmless confrontation into a matter with real and lasting professional implications for everyone connected to it.